Now it's time to talk about the mechanism of action of the function of heart. Our body, or we are warm-blooded animals, mammals and birds. Why we are warm-blooded is said like that? Because our body temperature doesn't depend on the temperature of environment. Means it doesn't fluctuate with the temperature of outside. It remains constant, that is 37 degrees Celsius always. Okay, why it's like that? It's because of our special kind of heart, 4-chamber heart, and heart is having the capacity to separate deoxygenated and oxygenated blood, and that's why our blood can carry more oxygen, and that keeps our body warm. So now we'll talk about the mechanism of action. For that we need to know the circulatory circuit. Circuit means the roadways, the map through which blood flows throughout the body, the running track of the blood. Okay, it is known as circulatory circuit. So let's start from the lungs. So lungs are the air purifier. Not air purifier as well as blood purifier also. So what it does, lungs, we have a pair of lungs. They collect deoxygenated blood and purify it. Means they release carbon dioxide and they intake oxygen. That is known as purification. Okay, they do it through their balloon like structure, alveoli. Okay, so inside the lung, blood is purified, means oxygen rich blood. So purified blood means oxygen rich blood. So purified blood now need to be sent to the heart, because lung cannot circulate the blood throughout the body. So lung, actually what they do, they send the oxygenated blood to heart. Which portion of heart? To the left atrium of the heart, through 4 special veins known as pulmonary veins. So pulmonary veins is the channel between lung to left atrium to carry the oxygenated blood. Okay, now one thing I will say, when a particular chamber is receiving the blood, it will relax. Okay, and when a chamber is sending the back, it will contract. So when left atrium is receiving the blood from pulmonary veins, it will relax and it will get filled up. Then tricuspid valve or bicuspid valve or this gate will be opened, and the blood will be sent to the left ventricle, and now left ventricle will relax, and now in this time left atrium will be squeezed, atrium will be contracted, because it is sending the blood from upper chamber to lower chamber, from atrium to ventricles. Now when the ventricles will get all the bloods from left atrium, the bicuspid valve or mitral valve will be closed now. Okay, now again what will happen? Left ventricle will squeeze now. Now it will send this oxygenated blood throughout the body through the main artery of our body, that is aortic arch or aorta. Aorta is having many branches which will deliver the blood through the each and every organs of our body. So here you need to remember the name aorta and its branches, the main artery which delivers the oxygenated blood throughout the organs. Okay, now the half part is completed. Okay, now another half will start. So all the organs of our body will consume this oxygen during the time of respiration. Now what will happen? Each cells of each organs will be filled with carbon dioxide. This is the end product of respiration. Now what will happen? Now what they will do? Again blood will collect the carbon dioxide, and this collected blood, which is known as deoxygenated blood or carbon dioxide rich blood, will be sent to heart again to send to the lung, because organs cannot send the blood directly to the lung. It needs it circulate via heart. So again, vena cavas, inferior vena cava and superior vena cava will collect the deoxygenated blood from different organs and it will send to the right atrium. Okay, now again the same phenomena will happen. Right atrium will relax in order to receive the deoxygenated blood, and when it will be get filled, it will push the blood towards the right ventricle, and then the tricuspid valve will be opened. When the right ventricle will get filled with carbon dioxide rich blood, it will squeeze again. In order to send the blood to the lungs, you need to send the blood to the lungs for purification again. It will squeeze the blood and it will send the blood to the pulmonary artery, and pulmonary artery will carry the blood to the lungs for purification purpose. And that's how the circulation of blood goes on and on, okay, during our lifespan. And this one cycle from lung to lung is known as one circulatory circuit or one cardiac cycle. Okay, one cardiac cycle or one circulatory circuit is completed now. Okay, so here this cardiac cycle is said as a double circulation also, because two different circuit is involved. Okay, one circuit which is connected to pulmonus or lungs, and another circuit which is connected to our body organs. We will see it now. So here you can see that what we can see, there are actually two different circuit. This upper one circuit from heart to lung, this circuit is known as pulmonary circuit, and the lower one circuit from heart to organs and organs to heart is known as systemic circuit. Okay, so heart is having two different circuit. In upper section which is related to lung, that is known as pulmonary circuit, and in lower section that is known as systemic circuit. So that's why our heart is known as double circulation, not because it's having pulmonary and systemic circuit. In a particular given point of time, heart circulates blood twice, or blood flows twice inside the heart. Okay, means at a given point of time, one pulmonary circuit starts and another systemic circuit ends. Okay, that's why two different circuits running together, that's why our circulation is known as double circulation. So here you can see the circulatory pathway of our heart. It's shown in a flow chart. Okay, so suppose we'll start it from lungs. Okay, so lungs, after purification, lungs carries oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood will be sent to the left atrium through pulmonary veins. Left atrium will send the blood to the left ventricles. Okay, left ventricles will send the oxygenated blood through different body parts by aorta. Okay, now different body parts will receive the oxygen and deoxygenation will be done. Now vena cavas will collect the blood from different organs and it will fetch to the right atrium. Okay, now right atrium will send to the right ventricle the deoxygenated blood I am talking about. Now right ventricle will be relaxed and it will send the blood to the lung again through pulmonary artery. So this is the circulation pathway, circulatory circuit in a flow chart form. You can see here. Now another point we will talk here, that is heart rate. Okay, so heart is also known as pulse, is the number of times a person's heart beats per minute. In a minute, how many times our heart shows relaxation and contraction movement, that is known as pulse rate or heart rate. Normal heart rate varies from person to person, but a normal range for adult is 70 to 80 beats per minute. Okay, 70 to 80 times our heart shows contraction and relaxation. Now there are different names of contraction and relaxation. Diastole and systole are the two phases of cardiac cycle. They occur the heartbeats pumping blood through a system of blood vessels that carry blood to every part of the body. Systole occurs when the heart contracts to pump blood out, and diastole occurs when the heart relaxes after the contraction. So contraction is known as systole, and relaxation means when it is receiving blood, it is known as diastole. Contraction means when it is sending the blood, okay, from heart to organs, that is called systole, and relaxation means, or diastole means, when it is receiving the blood from different organs. That's why during the time of diastole we will see the volumetric heart, and during the time of systole we will see a squeezed or shrinked heart. Okay, so the heartbeat, you must be knowing that heartbeat is measured through instrument known as stethoscope, which is used by doctors, and the blood pressure is measured by instrument known as sphygmomanometer, and the healthiness of heart is measured through a technique known as ECG or electrocardiogram. Now, if we talk about the blood pressure, that is high pressure and low pressure, that means systolic pressure and diastolic pressure. During the time of systole, what is the pressure of blood on our arteries, and during the time of diastole, what is the pressure of blood on our arteries. So during the systole, that is known as high pressure or systolic pressure, and during the time of diastole, that is known as low pressure or diastolic pressure. Okay, but don't confuse it with the high pressure and low pressure, which is advised by doctor. What is that? The normal high pressure and low pressure range is 120 by 80 millimeter mercury column, equivalent to, okay, that is the normal. High pressure is means normal systolic pressure is 120, and normal low pressure or diastolic pressure is 80 millimeter mercury. Okay, but when it fluctuate, when it goes more than this, this is known as high pressure for a patient, and when it goes down, that is known as low pressure for a patient. So thank you all for watching this video.